Good morning, my lovely luscious ladies. How are you this lunchtime?
Brilliant, thank you. Cheers, Vicky.
Brilliant. With a nice. That's a nice. Is that a coffee or a hot coffee?
I know so.
Oh, it's a coffee.
I like the cup. Yeah, I was like, I like the mug.
Yeah. Mug envy for a moment. And how's Jessica doing on this sunny, beautiful Monday?
I am actually really good. You know, got some energy today. So yeah, let's go for it.
Excellent. Well, energy today for a Magic Monday. Energy and magic kind of go together, don't we? And we're going to be talking about magic phrases, magic words, all of that good stuff, affirmations. So, Lucy, this is kind of your area of expertise.
It is indeed.
So tell us all about your magic word and the idea for your magic word bracelets, of which I'm sporting two.
Well, yeah. So I decided. I mean, Magic Word Bracelets has just been part of part of my Louby Lou journey for years, because I love finding out about what words excite you, what words make you feel happy, encourage you, and everything else. And kids say the best words, and adults, can have a big impact on your life. Words can change anything. So I've kind of had a little bit of a rejig on my social media to kind of structure it a little bit. So Magic Word Monday is going to be a weekly thing of a word or a mantra to help myself focus, as well as others, maybe inspire others. So I was like wondering what to kick it off with today. And there's a word and a mantra what I keep kind of saying to myself at the moment, because purposeful has been my word for the whole of this year, and I really feel like it's helped me to stick to my purpose, which is to bring fun, joy and laughter into people's lives. So I feel like that's embedded in me now. I feel like that's done its magic, purposeful. So now I keep saying one step at a time, because work's coming in massively, and my weekends are getting really, really busy, and all the other things what I've been doing which excite me, I can get really overwhelmed, and my brain really runs at a fast pace, and then I end up tripping up and not doing anything specifically well, because I'm trying to do too many things. So one step at a time. And today, because Mondays I do get really, what shall I do? And it's really working today. I feel like I'm having a great day, because it's just going right. Remember that, because I'm like, shall I go running? Shall I go and do some yoga? Shall I go to the gym? Shall I do this? Shall I do my boot work? And before you know it, I've not done anything. So I've just kind of one step at a time. I've done a little bit of skipping. I've done a little bit of yoga. I've been out, and I need to go shopping, and I need to do that. But no, I'm sat on here now, one step at a time. Hey, do you like
Love
that?
it. So you've combined your Magic Monday kind of word with that phrase that's really already having a powerful effect just today, which is awesome. Jessica, have you got a Magic Monday word for today?
I don't even know if I have a word. You always think about this as like having like a magic word. And of course I've known that Lucy doing the Magic Word Bracelets now for a good couple of months, like when we first met and things like that. And I think about it all the time. And when you always have, like, if you have a coaching session, like with a business coach, and there's like, right, what are your affirmations, things like that. And like, I put them up and then I take them down. I put them up because I can't seem to ever pick a or 5 or 10 like that really work with me. So I definitely think, and I think everyone else needs to put on, if everyone else has got their magic word or their mantra, I'd love to know what theirs is, so I can think about that. But I mean, the only thing that came to mind when I was thinking about it is maybe a bracelet that says choice. And I think that's like something, because I write a lot and I do a lot of stuff about how we should have our own choice with the things that we do in our lives. And when it comes to, of course, me and everyone's sexuality and their gender and things like that it needs to be your choice. So it's quite
choice is a powerful word for you then. It very much embodies what you do in your work, and probably for yourself as well, how you conduct your life. So
exactly.
This is the joy, isn't it, about these double words, and also about affirmations, because I've done that whole, as a life coach, I have encouraged people to use affirmations, but I always say I like affirmations, but unless there is an intention or some understanding or a connection with that affirmation, they can just be words. And as Lucy said, there's a lot of power in words, but they can also, for some of us, become almost meaningless because we use them without thinking about it.
Yes.
And so it's getting that balance, isn't it?
And I think that's where where a lot of the stuff that I've come from, you know, I do them at the point that someone tells me I need some, rather than it being kind of like that point in a way that kind of goes, okay, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing and how does it work? And it's like, yeah, they sound great. Do you know what? I think my affirmations and my energy and my things actually comes from genuinely speaking to people rather than like reading out that thing, you know, like if I'm having a real down day, mine will be like actually like using the power of words to have a conversation with someone and goes, yeah, it's all good. You're like, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
And it's like somebody once described it as a plant. So you plant it and it grows and it does it. Somebody, Hannah, my friend, she described not just words. It's the same as like when you write things down, it gets kind of more stuck in the back, this part of your brain or whatever. So when if you choose choice as your word, you will then notice the word choice everywhere you go. You'll be maybe just driving in the car and you might just see it on a board somewhere. You're like, that's my word.
That's your reticular activation system kicking in, that is.
But would you notice that before if that wasn't your word? And you wouldn't. So it doesn't.
This is where your brain actually helps you, and why these words, these magic bracelet words, are so powerful. Because if you just glance down at it, it's just there. And it's just a real quick reminder. It's not like you have to read a whole sentence out like you necessarily do with an affirmation. You can just go, so I mean, I've got courage and curiosity, like my two words that got me through my recovery, and they're really powerful for me. When it comes to my business, that's why I'm wearing two. One's personal and one's kind of a business one. I've got passion, purpose, and empower, because that's what I embody within what I'm wanting to do with my clients. But you know what? I can pick on any one. So I've technically got 5 words there, a bit like your affirmations. Can't pick one, because they're all individually brilliant, and collectively they're also really helpful.
So I bet they're probably about 12 months old as well, those words now. So I'm like wondering whether you've got a new word or a new mantra, what could be more a new plant.
It's called Elevate.
Hey,
I like that.
I love that. I love it.
You're right, though. They definitely do change. I think that's the thing, isn't it? You have to kind of like you go with the flow, and they'll change, and you do. And like you say, Lucy, that's like might have been your word for the year, but it's now it's got to elevate, it's got to evolve, it's got to go to the next.
That's it. And I feel like purpose. My word purposeful at the beginning of 2021 now is kind of it's done its magic now. So that's why I thought it's time to get another one going. But I'm going to try this weekly thing of I won't be I might be stamping it on a bracelet each Monday, but I'm going to just kind of go with it each week for a few weeks and just see how it works, of this new mantra or this new focus. So who knows? We'll see how it goes.
So Lucy, how do you, like, if someone sort of comes to you, so if it's like me comes to you and kind of goes, I'm not really sure, I don't have, do you have like something that you can like chat with them and help them like actually kind of go, let's find, like, how do you find your word? Like, how does it all kind of like become a thing?
Yeah, and I mean, I do like a full workshop masterclass where I can do it over. It lasts around about an hour, but you can make an evening of it, make it fun, and it's really encouraging people to say there is no right or wrong word. And you know what? It's the same as like when I'm doing my shows as well. It's giving them just that kind of time to breathe and think about it as well, because at the weekend there was a teenager girl who I loved what she was just an amazing girl, and I got her up to do a game. So I said, I said, what do you want to be when you're older? And she said, I just want loads of money, but really kind of quite serious about it. And I think she was only about 13. I was like, great. I've never known anybody just to be so, I just want loads of money. And then I said, have you got a word? And she just went, no. Like, I was like, right, I'm not quite sure if this is hard work or whether this is easy. And then I give her some space, and I kind of just went, okay, then. I said, just have a little think about it. And then about 10 minutes later, I went, have you got a word? Like, and I was dressed in my clown outfit as well at the time. It was at a wedding. I said, have you got a word? And she just went, anything. And I went, so is that your word? And she went, yeah. And I went, I love it. Anything. So then you transform, you use that word to whatever you want it to be, because it might be that anything. Anything goes. Anything's possible when you put your mind to it. So I stamped the word anything, and you could see, like, she was there, like, oh, wow, that I've just actually been a little bit. I don't know where this was going with it, but then that will be on her hand, and she can transform that into whatever she wants then. So
brilliant. But that's the beauty of words, isn't it? Because, and especially when it's your word on your bracelet, because it's down to your interpretation and what it means to you. And it doesn't necessarily mean exactly the same to anybody else, but it doesn't matter, because it's what's magic for you, isn't it?
Yeah. That's it.
Ooh. The energy and the power of words. So shall we just touch on affirmations then? Because you have one that you've already used today, and it's already working for you today, which is one step at a time. And Jess, you said that you struggle with affirmations. Are there any that kind of stick in your mind that actually you do kind of find that you've kept coming back to maybe over the years?
See, I don't think that I do. I just like reading and doing sort of quotes, which I think is the same kind of thing to give me like kind of little boosts. I mean, can you think that they're a little bit, affirmation-y? That's not a word?
Yeah, and this is again, what do we mean by an affirmation? Is it just a sentence that empowers you? Because that's what I think of an affirmation as being. Yeah. So it can be a quote if that's empowering. I don't see why not.
Yeah, so something like that. So I'd quite like reading up on them and like doing that. I share one every week in my newsletter. I always share something that's related to that, to that subject that I'm chatting about. That's obviously got some sexual nature to it somewhere. Or I can turn it into something like that anyway. But yeah.
Give us an example.
Oh my god. Okay, hang on a second. You have put me on the spot because I can't remember how it read out, but it was one that I did in this week's and I really liked it and it was really funny. Hang on. 2 seconds, quick. Keeps caller. So I put, transformation isn't comfortable, but neither is sitting on the fence. You'll get a hurt butt and it won't bring you more pleasure.
Love it. I love it.
So that was my one for this week, last week.
That is brilliant, because we can all picture. I can picture now somebody sitting on the fence with it right up the butt crack, can't you?
When I read it, I went, that's me. I was like, that one has to go in there. That's shared. It's got a little bit of a quirk to it, but it's also like, you're right. It is really flip. Why do we sit like choice and doing that thing either side of that? There you go.
Yeah.
So there.
Yeah. So this is how powerful they are. And whoever's reading that is then automatically going to go to whatever they are actually sitting on the fence on at the moment, no doubt, and just go, actually, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
So they can be really thought-provoking, and they can help us to push forward, can't they?
Absolutely.
Which is brilliant. Like yours is pushing you forward one step at a time.
What's your favourite one, Vicky? Come on then.
I think mine has to be, because I'm always coming back to it. Well, there's two, to be fair. I can't pick one, have you noticed? I always have to have more than one. So there's two. Where your focus goes, energy flows is one of my favourites. And also, because curiosity is something that is so powerful to me, it's you never know till you have a go.
Oh, I like that one. Yeah.
Not sure if I like that one for me. I'm not sure if I could put that on mine.
well, that could be open to, as I say, with their subject interpretation.
But I like that one. That one's good. Yeah.
Do you know what? That one came about because of me teaching exercise. When I used to do a lot of personal training and classes where you'd get people going, "Oh, I can't do that." And it's like, no, that's just a story that you're telling yourself. You've probably never even tried it. Or maybe you have, but you probably didn't know that you were doing it in not quite the right position for you to be able to do it. And so that's where it came from. It was literally, you never know till you have a go. Let's have a go together. And that's where it came from.
It's easy though, isn't it? it's easy to kind of get in that, and you're right. You've talked yourself out of it really easily, like by saying, well, I just can't do that. I used to do that with, like, you know, jumping jacks. I was like, no, I can't do them, and it was a little bit like, you just like, I just made that story. I do that the same with the kids, you know, very carefully. You've got to be really careful before, you know, saying I can't do that, and you're kind of going, well, actually, for your age, you can't. But you have to be really careful by then sort of saying to them, but you will be able to, and you know, we can still try a different, you know, getting you there, because, you know, it's just like, you know, you just try. All we're asking is you to try.
And that's another one that you've just reminded me of, the power of just one word, 1 3-letter word. Yet. You can't do that.
Yes. All right. Yeah.
And this is where, especially for kids, you're absolutely right, because that can then be a powerful story that they believe, well, I can't do that because an adult's told me I can't do it. But if you add on yet, then you're sowing the seeds of the possibility, oh God, I'm going to be able to, though.
Yeah. Like it. With small steps.
One step at a time.
We're merging on a whole, like, we'll end up with a whole, like, you know, whole on a minute.
Oh, do you know what? There's a young, well, she'll be a young lady now, Shani, from the hospital. So I used to see her at Pendlebury Hospital. That was like many years ago. I'm just intrigued to see how old she is now, because she was about, I'd say about 3-4 year old, and I always used to get bananas out of her ears. That was her thing. She's 21. She's 21. Oh my word. Crikey. How are you, Shani? I love you. There'll be a picture of you in one of my boxes here of you, like, sat on the bed. Miss you, she's put. I won't watch you, Shani. Made my day, she's put. We need to know if you've got a word or a mantra, Shani.
Yes.
Oh,
or Kathleen, if you're still on, or Isabel, if you've got a word or a mantra and you're open to sharing, we'd love to, because the more people that can interact with this, because especially if anybody is struggling to think of a word, it may be that somebody else shares one, they go, oh yeah, that's a really powerful word for me as well, and obviously it will mean something different.
Yes,
definitely.
We're waiting to see if anybody.
I know, we're just like,
In the meantime, folks, let's just talk about what have we got going on. Anything new or different planned for August? Because it's a bit of a funny time of year, isn't it? For things, there's lots of people away on holiday at different times, so it's always kind of a bit odd trying to plan stuff. Have you got anything in the offing, Jessica, business-wise, personal-wise, that you're looking forward to in August?
So do you want to know? My August is pretty, I keep it pretty tame because of that same reason. I always, you know, rather than trying to fight an uphill battle, I think sometimes of, like, you know, when everyone's free, are you free? No, you're not free. And it's just like sort of jumping around. So I spend most of it, like I'm doing today, planning out September to make sure that it's a nice, full, busy time, and also not putting too much pressure on myself too.
Yes.
You know, because sometimes you just have to have those kind of, like, those downtimes. I mean, the kids are off school, so, you know, it's not fair. Like, you know, I try and only, like, you know, come and bundle myself down here for a couple of hours in the day, no longer than that, because otherwise, you know, mummy guilt kicks in.
That's it.
This evil mummy guilt.
It is, and I think that's how I came up with my word, though, as well, my mantra, one step at a time. Because I thought the kids are off school as well, and so I'm trying to the same, not be too work focused, just go with the flow for August, because you feel like you're in holiday mode, but then
you do.
Yeah,
and you don't know. I don't know why, because I do that all the time when the kids have time off school. I feel like I'm not off. I'm just like, why does that happen? Like, you just.
It's a funny one, isn't it? I think because now my daughter's 23, so she's not at school anymore. Yes. But I do remember when I was a single, because I've been a single parent since she was a bump. So I've kind of not known anything different. But the school holidays, I mean, thank God for holiday clubs. That's all I can say. But also for family members, because she used to go and stay with the family and the rest of her cousins. So it's all the kids together entertaining, because she's a single child, and obviously there's only so much time she wants to spend with mom on her own doing stuff. And there's only so many play dates you can organize. Holidays. So being able to sort of pack her off was brilliant, which meant that actually for me August used to be quite a big work planning time, because I had the space to do it. But obviously there's that massive mummy guilt, because how do you get the balance right? And you kind of never feel that you quite do. But hey ho, that's part of being a mum, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You win some days and you don't, others do you? And then it tends to all happen at once. I did an IKEA trip last week and she just dropped all the way around because we went for things for the utility, but it somehow she ended up thinking she was getting a new bedroom. And then the hot dogs are the saviour at the end, isn't it? To like kind of turn that frown upside down because they realised they're not buying the whole of IKEA. But then there were no hot dogs. Hot dog ice cream. Oh, I was like, no. So anyway, and then they did fancy meatballs. So I was like, oh, crikey.
I've never done the whole IKEA cafe thing, I have to say. I've only been to IKEA twice in my whole life.
Yeah. No, it wasn't my best trip ever. So we had a silent journey all the way home, I'll be honest. I was like, oh, this is not my idea of fun, this. So yeah.
No.
Do you know what? That's just triggered a question. I've got to ask it. So when you have that whole scenario, do you feel that you have to put on your happy face to try and lift everybody's mood, Lucy, or do you just kind of let them get on with it?
I'll be honest, I was just doing a lot of deep breathing and just kind of trying to not have an argument. And then if I try to be funny, then they'll go, Mum, stop it.
Right. It's knowing when to.
So I ended up just like being quiet, and then we went then to a retail park to go to McDonald's, because then I was like thinking, oh gosh, I've got giggles on the wheels at the side of my van, and we're getting in the van with 3 stroppy kids. I'm thinking this is just not looking great at all. So then went to McDonald's, and that was shut. The whole retail park had a power cut. I was just like, right, get home. And then I went chippy dinner. That sorted it out then. I was like, oh. So then I just went and put my nose on and went to work. I'm going making some other kids happy, I'll be honest.
It's always easier with other kids though.
Time to escape from it and just breathe as well, isn't it?
Breathe, yeah, and then giving them some space because they were just as annoyed as I was. So then I thought, right, and then just try again. So anyway, we've been for wardrobes actually today, this morning. So anyway,
cool. So it sounds like there's a fair old bit of flat pack furniture building going on in your house soon.
Yeah, I want this new kind of, I want some feel good stuff going on in the house. So that's good.
That was what I was doing last week, I have to say. Flat pack furniture, it's blooming frustrating when you're doing it. But when you finish, the results are like,
wow, yeah.
Hi, Isabel. We have said hello. You're back again. Hi, Isabel. Are you all right? Have you got a magic word, Isabel? We are literally going to disappear in like 2 minutes.
Yes.
So if you've got a magic word, pop it in now. I think she wants everybody to say hello to her. So say hello,
Isabel.
Hello.
hello. Yeah, she's said a few hellos on here.
Yeah, she has. I think we've all said hello. So if anybody has got a magic word to share with us, please do. So we're going to wrap things up because Lucy, you've got a dash to an important appointment. So Jessica, any final words to leave everybody with today?
Any final words? Oh, we put them on the spot. No. No, I know. Thank you for that. No. Come back to me. No.
I think will you share with us what your magic word's going to be if you decide on one?
I think it definitely either has to be choice, but there again, I also liked your curiosity, because I always say to people, ask why. Start thinking about why. And talk and communication and talking and words. No, I haven't got one, Vicky.
Yeah, maybe you do what I do and have 3 on one and 2 on another.
Like a whole collection of things. I'm like, no, yeah.
Well, I have to say, choosing one is quite a challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
On that note, Lucy, if somebody listening is going, I want one of our magic word bracelets.
Sharnaze's never give up, and I know she is. That just melts my heart, because you have never, ever given up, and we go back a long, long time. Yeah, that is bless. Yeah, she never gives up.
Brilliant. No. I like that. So on that note, I think that's a brilliant phrase to end
Yeah.
on. We will never give up, hopefully, entertaining you on a Monday lunchtime as the Luscious Ladies. And we will hopefully all see you again. If you are listening on the replay, please do put hashtag replay. And if you're listening on podcast, please do connect with us. We'd love to know what you think. And if you have any questions, please ask us. You've got all of our information where you can connect with us individually, and also put any comments below here. Thank you for listening, ladies, Lucy and Jessica. Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye,
everybody.
See you next week. Bye.